so sick of it. Run up in your crib just for the sake of sticking it. Yeah, I'm ridiculous. I know this is Kanye's track, but I'm kissing this. Still laughing at these cats like I'm ticklish. Just something about that shit, I like flipping it. The world's back on my dick, I'm Mike Vick in it.
Something I always found crazy in the U.S. is the amount of people who are willing to mudsling for the sake of just mudslinging because they're too lazy to actually do the fucking leg work. And I've always found it interesting when it came down to like slinging mud at certain people about certain things and doxing. And I remember when I was in a certain server back before I got kicked out of the server because they claimed I said the name of the server even though I didn't. They were just basically trying to find any reason to kick me out. But yeah. I remember when a video dropped that doxed Howard Adair. Not even 2 hours after the video dropped, I obtained information on who, what, and where by means of back channel for the most part. I didn't say anything about it because I sat on the information because at the time the information that I had would be considered as like tainted evidence or, you know, it probably would fall under the guise of illegal search and seizure for the most part or illegally obtained. So I didn't say anything about it and I just kept my mouth shut and I basically went on about my merry way. Fast forward to being kicked out of that server. I was in my server with Red Pill Radio and we were talking about doxing and all the bullshit that's going on with the doxing. Red Pill Radio, now his name is Black Pill Radio. We were talking about doxing. He was talking about, you know, not wanting to be doxed and how afraid he is about being doxed and shit like that. And he's taking every precaution not to be doxed and, you know, have his information out there. I don't know how good his memory is. It might be fuzzy. I don't know how well his memory is or how long he remembers back. But if he remembers, there was a gentleman that came in the room with us while we were talking about doxing and not wanting to be doxed and all the stupid people doing all the doxing that actually relayed the information to us on who actually doxed Howard Adair. Howard Dare. I keep on saying Adair, damn. Since then, nobody's ever asked me about it. Everybody's pretty much talked around me. People's pretty much been accusing motherfuckers of this shit. I've heard Roseblade's name come up. He didn't do it. I've heard Hammerhand's name come up recently. He didn't do it. And I heard another person from another server that I'm a part of. They threw his name under the bus too. All I got to say about that person is I know that nigga didn't do it. Let's just put it that way. But at the end of the day, everybody wants to sling mud or blame people instead of doing actual fucking leg work because it just requires too much work for them to do. Because all these people, I think they grew up in like participation trophy times where like we all jump on a bandwagon and this is facts because this is this. No, nigga, actually do some actual leg work. That's the thing that pisses me off about a lot of people in America. They always want to say this is facts and shit like that when in fact it's not facts and you didn't do no fucking research on the shit. Like I may do shit, I may not always obtain shit via proper channels, but I do attain shit and at least I can admit that about myself. While everybody else runs around looking all high and mighty, pretending like they're high and mighty and they could never do any fucking wrong. At least I can admit that about myself. I've already admitted that shit about me. The fact of the matter is, y'all act too high and mighty when y'all sit here and y'all are no better than me. Matter of fact, y'all are less than me when y'all sit here and sling mud without the fucking facts and without the fucking information on who did it. It's sad. It's very sad. And it's very true. But I digress.